Back in my old corporate marketing life, if anyone mentioned a meeting to define our values, I'd run for the hills. But with so many people choosing only to buy from brands that align to their own set of values, we simply can't ignore it anymore. But don't worry, I'm here to make it a little bit easier for you to figure out your values. Hello, I'm Hilary Solzman, and this is the Everyday Storyteller, a daily podcast for women with something to say. So what does all this more yes than yawn actually mean? Right, I'll show you. Honesty, integrity, transparency, fun, ethical, sustainable. All very worthy values, but they're not that exciting. And when something is a little boring or says just the same as everyone else, your audience are likely just to sail right on past you. So how do you get them to stop, take note, and say, yes, this is a brand I want to work with? Here are 3 tips you can start working on straight away. And if you want to learn a little bit more about why your values matter, check out my previous episode, How Talking About Your Values Could Bag You a Whole New Audience. Anyway, back to the tips. Tip number 1. Make sure your values are yours, not anyone else's, and that they are things that you truly believe in. And be prepared to defend each value with evidence. If you can't, your audience may see through you, and if they do, they probably won't be very trusting of you. Tip 2. Be specific. Vagueness helps no one. For example, I work with a client who, rather than saying they're sustainable, which could mean all manner of things, they demonstrate their commitment by planting trees monthly and sharing the ongoing count of how they're offsetting their carbon footprint regularly with their audience. And finally, tip number 3, ditch the boring language and have fun with it. A great example I saw recently, sadly not written by me, was the value of no sheep, no bull. It meant that this brand don't follow trends, and if they see bull, they call it and show a better way. The underlying value was integrity, but I think this was a much better way of saying it in line with the rest of their brand voice. Once you've figured out what your values are, this makes great storytelling content. Why not pick one value at a time and share a story that shows why it's so important to you and how you demonstrate that value in your everyday life and work? That's it. I'm off to be fun and honest somewhere else. Until next time. Bye.